Hey guys, TC Triangle here, and welcome back to part 2 of my comprehensive guide to Comiket. In part 1, I talked about whether or not and why you might or might not want to pull an all-nighter or start lining up early for Comiket, and how to do that. In this part, I'm going to explain more about the actual event rather than like the lining up part. So as you can see here, let's see. Since this is the free, let me talk about the catalog. This is the free version of the catalog. It's fully pictured, but most of it is ads, paid ads by like the booths. So like, Microsoft paid for this ad to advertise their booth. Google department paid for this ad to advertise their Idolmaster goods, etc., etc. So this is mostly advertisement. The most useful thing in here is this, the company booth catalog, and also this, the map of the company part of the site. But as you can see, this is not the complete catalog. For the complete catalog, there are 3 ways to access the complete catalog. The first way is to buy the paper catalog, which you can get at basically any anime related store in Akihabara, any Animate. It costs, I think, around 2,000 yen. The price may be a bit different, but I think it was around 2,000 yen. And it's like this thick textbook-like thing with everything you need to know. So not just the company booths like this one, this free version, but also all the circles, all the fanfic, everything you want to know. There's also a CD-ROM version. The CD-ROM version costs about the same, but you need a computer to see it. And then there's also a free online version. That's the one I use. The free online version requires an internet connection, so you actually have to like plan everything out, like draw a map or something, jot down everything you want to go to, but it's there, and I will put the link to the website, online catalog in the description. One word of caution, all of these guides, all of these options require Japanese knowledge. So, if you don't know Japanese, it's going to be a lot harder for you to plan out which stores you want to go to. But in that case, if you don't know Japanese, the best bet is to do a Google search, search Comic Market, whatever number you're going to, plus the name of like the company that you're interested in. So you're interested in Aniplex. So either put Comic Market 87 or whatever number, Aniplex, or sometimes simply C87 will work, and then C87 Aniplex into Google, and they will have the if starting about 2 weeks before the Comiket, they will have the website up. It will tell you which booth they are, where to line up, what goods they're gonna sell. But what they won't tell you is also which goods are limited edition. But what they won't tell you is how much they have of each. I mean, some companies do, like Youthful Table did, but most of them won't tell you how much they have. So it's always gonna be a risk. If you don't know how much there is, then you never know when it's gonna run out. And that reminds me of another thing I want to talk about. If a company does post how much of an item it has, then if it's below 1,000, then you're probably not gonna get it. Like I said, I was one of the first people to get in, but even I could not get stuff that was less than, whose amount was less than 1,500. So Like 1500 is probably the magic cutoff number. If you line up early, then there's a good chance you can get stuff that's over 1500 units. But if it's less, then you're gonna have a hard time even if you line up early. So yeah. So once you actually get into the event, once you actually get inside, here's where I talk about. So this is the company side of the booth. The event is always separated into two sections. The site. The location is split into two sections. The east section and the west section. The east section is all doujinshi, all fanfic. The west section is split into two as well. The fourth floor is the companies, and the second floor is the fanfic circles. So, if you have decided to go only for official company merchandise, then as soon as you get in, beeline straight to 4th floor west area. 4th floor west area. If you want to get fanfic / doujinshi, then either go to the eastern area or the 2nd floor of the west area. And let me show you guys this. The actual company area is L-shaped, and it will be the most crowded part of the place because it's where everybody wants to go to. Well, not everybody. Some people are only there for the fanfic, but usually I'd say most anime fans who don't care about who only care about official goods, this is where they all go. And that's probably also what most of you guys are interested in. So that's why I'm spending so much time on the companies. So this year I went to for me personally, I went to I actually didn't personally go to all of them. So the only one I actually lined up for is UFO Table, which is this one. As you can see, there's the little Fate Stay Night cover. But just like lining up for the tickets to get in early, what you need to do is get into a group. If you get into a group, and what you can do is each one of you, each person, make sure that everybody has enough cash, but because they only accept cash at this. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Bring lots and lots of cash if you plan on making big purchases. First of all, these things are really expensive. Like, if you're gonna be lining up early, then expect to spend at least $100 or 10,000 yen. At least. And if you have lots of things you want to buy, it's gonna be... You might even have to bring like $1,000 in cash, or which is 100,000 yen. I personally didn't have to bring that much, but it all depends on how much you want to buy. But anyway, so everybody brings lots of cash, and you get there, and the most efficient way to do it is one person, everybody in the group decides on one booth they want to go to. One. And they go there, and everybody tells them what they want from that booth. So let's say I go to Shaft, and 2 other group members say I want a certain item. Then I will buy what I want from Shaft, plus what they want from Shaft. And maybe they will go to Aniplex and Bushi Road. So I will tell them, oh hey, I want this from this booth, this from that booth. Can you buy them for me? Then what happens is afterwards, you all pick one place to meet up and exchange cash for what they bought for you. That is the most efficient way, because that way you minimize the risk of things running out, because everybody will get there early. Everybody will line up, and there will be like no how do I say it? it will be the most efficient because everybody will line up for something and there will be no doubles, no doubling up, um, and increase the chances of getting what you want, everything you want. Because let's say if you line up for this UFO table, then chances are once you finish lining up for this, because the line's gonna be like 3 to 4 hours long. Once you finish lining up and buy what you want, and you go to this and you go to Aniplex, then I'm betting you 70% chance that half of the stuff they have will have already sold out. So yeah. And for those of you who are more interested in the fanfic part of it, that is less intense simply because there's more supply of people making those fanfics and somewhat less demand for them. So, excuse me. So, but what you also should do is look up your favorite circles and see where they are located in the site. Because it's easy to get lost in such a big place. This place is like a maze, let me tell you. If you don't go in having researched where you want to go, then you're going to get lost. So make sure you know where you're going. Maybe print out a map beforehand. Again, I'll have a link in the description of the website, of the free website that gives everything, all of this information out. But have a map of the place beforehand and use that to your advantage and go to the circles that you want, because wandering around is gonna, like, if you're only there to like experience the atmosphere, or if you don't mind, you don't care about buying things, then that's fine. Just like walk around and see what everybody puts out. But if you actually want to have things you want to buy, then it's best recommended that you research where they are in the event and beeline straight to that place. Because if they're popular, then there will be a line and there will be a chance that they will run out. And the thing about fanfic doujinshi is that unlike the company booths, once they run out, it's over. With the company booths, say they run out on the first day, if you still have the energy to line up early on the second day, there's still a chance you can get it, because as I said before, they split everything up into 3 days. But with circles, with fanfic, they're often only there for 1 day. So once they run out for that day, it's over. You're gonna have to like find another place to buy them for higher price, like in Akihabara or like on online places, online stores. But it's gonna be more expensive. So I guess the lesson here in the end, to wrap everything up, is just do your research before you go, and decide everything. So if you actually want to go have a company you want to check out, just research where they are, research what they're selling, research if they tell you how much they're gonna make of each, so you know whether or not it's worth it to take the chance of lining up to buy it. Because the most frustrating thing is to happen to anyone is you line up and maybe 5 minutes before you get to the actual cashier, they announce, "Oh, we ran out of this," or "Oh, the fanfic sold out," and that's probably the most frustrating thing that can happen. And the final word, if you're interested in cosplay, there are a lot of cosplayers. They're mostly in outside areas. So, and I don't know why they do this, but Comiket is always in the hottest time of summer and one of the coldest times in winter, late December and early August. I don't know why they do that, especially since a lot of the lining up takes place outside, so it's basically torture. So this year when I went, it was basically freezing, and I was so lucky that only had to wait like 4 or 5 hours, because some people, they had to wait longer than that, and that would have been just hell. So dress warmly if you're going to Comiket in the winter, and bring plenty of water, maybe a fan or something if you're going in the summer, because overall Comiket as an event will test your patience and will test your wallet to determine how big of an anime fan you are. Comiket overall is a very, if you want to buy things, if you actually want to get stuff you want, then it's not for the casual, not for the faint-hearted. Definitely a very hardcore event. So yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to. If you guys have any question, go ahead and post it in the comments below. Thank you guys once again for the subscriptions, for watching my videos. This has been my 100 subscriber special, and Happy New Year. See you guys in future videos in 2015.